Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to RimWorld. It seems that starting in the medbay is going to be a theme of my videos, as I am mostly licking my wounds when I restart. Of course, we know David's been struggling for some time. He's finally given up the ghost. I said I knew it was inevitable. You can see what I'm losing in terms of what he brought to the colony, but the grand scheme of things, too much hassle, too much micromanagement. On a side note, he actually just randomly turned up and joined my colony. I'd never even seen that before. No hassle, just walk in, yep, I want to be part of you guys. There you go, easy come, easy go. Right, so after a night of shelling them, because I'm tending to my chubbies, I don't like any point in time where nothing is happening. So while I'm tending to the guys, I just shelled them a little bit just to see if I could do a little something. The answer was not really. And it was about at this point that I was checking to see, because a few things didn't add up. Remember I mentioned to you to remember about the trading. Well, the things that I've been trading for, primarily at this point, it was I think it was a skeleton, a spine, maybe a lower spine, I can't remember, but it was a biomechanical spine, and I was going to give it to the chap, which was a prostrophile, jeez Louise. But anyway, yeah, you can see that if I did know, or rather if the game knew that the object existed, then I would be able to perform the operation, and I couldn't perform the operation, so I was just wondering what was going on. Yeah, there is a reason why I'm glad that I didn't give it to, I think it's Duarte. You'll see why a little bit later on. But back to the mechanoid threat, because of course it's still very much a pressing matter on the colony. With each day that goes by, we're running into more and more threat that I think is going to kick off. Even though I have tactically modded my colonists to give them a good defense against this stuff, it's still not great. And the shelling that I had previously done, that lovely wall of fire which would have kept the sluggers from free movement, is now going to get extinguished by the torrential rain that we're experiencing. Kind of sets the theme for how well this is going and how well it's going to go. I'm re-enthused though, so by the time I come back to this I'm going to have a full bout of energy ready to go and take these guys out. And so we skip ahead to the second ground assault, I think. I'm just getting the guys into position, same as before. It's exactly the same plan. Two groups, mortar fire. At least you get to follow along with my mistakes as well. I'm learning as I'm watching this, thinking, oh god, unit positioning has been appalling. I should always have my sniper standing right at the back, and I'm not really paying any attention to what the weapons are that these guys have. Only that. It was a less than ideal start, bearing in mind I'd been playing this all in one go, so I know I'm making a little bit of an excuse here, but I was getting as mentally fatigued as I think the colonists were. So the battle started with me pushing ludicrously forward. Honestly, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. The whole game plan is to wait for the mortar to hit. I think maybe a little bit of impatience, maybe a little bit of me cracking like a little nut. See, Alpha are pretty much just up against flames, whereas Bravo got hit pretty hard. So after a little bit of analysis, I decided to send the guys home. It just means that while they're travelling, they're probably going to get pretty annoyed, whatever. But at least they're on their way, so stop whining, basically. The East Team, Team Bravo, is now reduced down to only one chubby.
Now, the issue that I'm having, because they're sitting tight and they're so secluded behind that rock formation, I'm finding it very difficult to make any progress. At this point, I think I've managed to take maybe 200 points off of their alien core. Well, the ship, the green loggy thing. You know what I mean? If it was a head-on fight, then it just seems to be easier. Also, if they weren't behind that ridiculously well-guarded, I suppose it is only fair, you know, yin and yang and all that. I have an OP starting location, so I guess, yeah, the Alibobs are allowed to also have an OP starting location. I'll give them that. I will give them that. You can see I'm putting as much damage down as I can. It is slightly easier to only have to manage one group of units, but you see, the plan is to stun them, which I haven't been doing. I mean, why the hell was I using just the steel mortar? Also, the more that I stretch them out, the less likely it is for my mortar to encircle every single one of them.
So, knowing that my mortar guy is not going to be providing any backup, it is time to return to base. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you back at the medbay.